In a federal country like India, where the power is divided between the center and the state, the Prime Minister leads the country and the Chief Minister governs the individual state. And today we are going to discuss about the individual roles, responsibilities and interdependent relationship within the constitutional framework. Hello aspirants, my name is Sonar and today I am going to give you a comparative study between the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister. So without any further delay, let us start the topic, friends. Today we are going to discuss about roles, powers and various constitutional provisions of both Prime Minister and Chief Minister. So friends, India follows a federal structure. Yes friends, India follows a federal structure. We are a union of states with a strong center. So the power is divided between the union and the states. The Prime Minister leads the union, as I have told you earlier, whereas the Chief Minister governs their individual states. So friends, this presentation will help you to understand the roles, responsibilities and various constitutional provisions, and we will try to learn it in a simple and holistic manner. So friends, our seventh schedule can be termed as one of the examples regarding the separations of powers. Now, seventh schedule consists of three lists: union list, state list and concurrent list. Now, these three lists have several subjects, and in union list, only the center can make certain provisions. In state list, only the state can make certain provisions, whereas in concurrent list, both the central level and the state level government can make certain provisions. So friends, now constitutional position. According to the Constitution of India, the Prime Minister has been mentioned in Article 74 and 75. Now what is Article 74? Article 74 tells us that there shall be a council of ministers, and Article 75 tells us about the Prime Minister, the appointment of the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister shall be leading the Council of Ministers. Whereas Article 163 tells us the same provision, but for the state level, not for the union level. So Article 163 tells us that there shall be a Council of Ministers in the state level also, and Article 164 tells us that there shall be a Chief Minister who will be leading the Council of Ministers. As far as the appointment is concerned in both the cases, friends, here in case of union level, the appointment of the Council of Ministers as well as the Prime Minister shall be done by the President of India. Whereas in case of state level, this appointment shall be done by the Governor of the respective states. So friends, Prime Minister shall be appointed by the President under Article 75. And who is the Prime Minister? Prime Minister must have majority support in the Lok Sabha. In the Lok Sabha, that is the lower house, also known as House of People. The Chief Minister appointed by the Governor under Article 164 now must have majority support in the State Legislative Assembly. Every state has their own legislative assembly, and the Chief Minister must have majority in their respective legislative assemblies. So guys, I guess I'm clear with that. So Article 74 tells us that there shall be a Council of Ministers and will be headed by the Prime Minister, and he recommends various ministerial appointments to the President. President will only be acting on the recommendation of Prime Minister regarding the appointments. Similar case, heads the State Council of Ministers under Article 163, okay, and recommends ministerial appointments to the Governor in the state level. Friends, now we shall discuss about the tenure and responsibility. Now, for Prime Minister, he holds the office as long he remains in confidence of the Lok Sabha, which means he is able to prove his majority in the Lok Sabha. Now friends, he is collectively responsible to Lok Sabha, which means what is collective responsibility? Friends, the cabinet minister or the council of minister, they act as a single entity. Now, if there is any certain mistake by any of the ministers that is a part of the council of minister, they will be answerable collectively. So, they will be answerable collectively, which means every member of the council shall be answerable for that particular mistake. So, in simple words, united they stand, united they fall. So, in same provisions are there in the state level CM. Under Article 164, it states that the Chief Minister holds the office as long as the confidence of the State Assembly, similar as long as he is able to prove his majority in the State Legislative Assembly, and CM is also collectively responsible to the State Assembly. Similar as that of the central level. Friends, moving towards the next slide, we are having the powers. What are the executive powers? Now, PM or CM, they are the union or the state executives, which means they have certain powers. What are these? Allocates union portfolios like union health minister, union cabinet minister, various ministries are there in the union, is not it? Supervises functioning of the union government. Yes, the prime minister supervises the functioning of the union government. What are the initiatives taken? Is the government functioning properly or no? Not. Acts as a link between the president and the council of ministers. The president, that is the de jure head of our Union of India. Okay, that is basically the nominal head of our Indian Union. So, the Prime Minister acts as the connecting link between the Council of Ministers and the President. On similar lines, we have CM allocates state portfolios, supervises functioning of the state government, and acts as a link between the Council of Ministers, State Council of Ministers, and the Governor. Guys, moving towards the next slide, we have powers. What are the legislative powers of the PM and the CM? Now, friends, as we have discussed earlier, who is PM? The one who is able to prove his majority in the Lok Sabha. Now, he is a leader of the Lok Sabha, advises President on the summoning and dissolution of the Parliament mentioned under Article 85. Now, on similar level, we have CM, leader of the State Legislative Assembly, advises Governor on summoning and dissolution of the State Legislative Assembly. Now, friends, last class we have discussed about power of 89, is not it? So, similar provision, we plus 89, we got 174. That is the similar level provision under the state level. Okay, friends, moving towards the next slide, we have the financial powers. Okay, now PM plays an important role in the preparation of union budget, guides policies on finance, taxation, subsidies, etc. CM also oversees the preparation of the state budget and directs financial administration at state level also. So guys, moving towards the next slide, we have role in policy and governance. Role in policy and governance. Prime Minister. Now, Prime Minister leads national and international policies. National and international policies such as foreign affairs, international relations. He also plays an important role in defense, national planning, foreign affairs, etc. Whereas Chief Minister implements only state level policies and schemes, addresses local governance and development. Local governance, the grassroots level of democracy like panchayat, municipalities, etc. Moving towards the next slide, friends, we have the relationship with other institutions. What are the relationship of PM and CM with other institutions. Now, with President, PM advises on national issues. CM is not directly involved or not directly interacting with President of India. Now, judiciary, PM may work with the Supreme Court and High Courts when required. CM works with High Court only. Most of the time he is interacting with High Court only. Governor. PM has no direct interaction with the governor, whereas CM advises through Article 167 of the Indian Constitution. Moving towards the next slide, friends, we have what is the constitutional position. What is the constitutional position of Prime Minister? Article 74 and 75 tells us about the Prime Minister, whereas Article 163 and 164 tells us about the Chief Minister of a particular state. Now, we have a comparative table for that. Okay, guys, with President, PM advises on national issues, whereas CM is not directly involved. Governor has no direct interaction with the PM, whereas advises through Article 167. Judiciary, PM works with Supreme Court and High Court, whereas the CM works in most of the cases with High Courts only. Moving towards the next slide, guys, these are the relevant articles. I have discussed most of it. Now, we will be discussing about the key differences or criteria. Jurisdiction. Now, jurisdiction, which means area of responsibility or area of function. Now, Prime Minister has national level jurisdiction. Chief Minister has state level jurisdiction. Appointed by President. Prime Minister is appointed by President, whereas Chief Minister is appointed by Governor. Handles, okay, Prime Minister handles foreign affairs, defense, economy, etc., whereas Chief Minister handles state policies and schemes. Articles 74, 75, 85, etc., 163, 164, 167, 174, etc. So friends, this was a comparative study about the Chief Minister and the Prime Minister. If you want to learn more topics in a simple and holistic manner, stay connected with Edufy. Thank you.